Welcome back to On the Sideline. I'm your host, Keelan Lee. In this week's episode, we recap all the craziness from week 5 of the NFL season, discuss why I think the Ravens are officially cooked after losing yet another heartbreaking game, why I think the Patriots are heading the right direction, but not playoff ready, and what are my thoughts on Joe Burrow going to the Bengals. All that and more. Before we get started, make sure to hit the subscribe button, turn on the post notification bell, like this video, and comment down below if you think what do you make what was your biggest takeaway from week 5. And without further ado, let's hop into the video. All right, before we get started, I just want to address that yes, I'm officially recording right now on a Wednesday. I made it. I just woke up like a few minutes ago, but a reminder, my month of mayhem 3 idiots reaction video will come out tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. All right. But anyway, peeking at the first game of week 5, we got the 49ers and the Rams. And this game was actually really fun to watch. I mean, Mac Jones had himself a ball game, 342 yards passing, 2 touchdowns. The running game was shut down. Kendrick Bourne was good. Christian McCaffrey did really well in the passing game. Jake Tonges had a receiving touchdown. And defensively, they only got to Matthew Stafford once, but when they needed a defense stop, they hung in there. As for the Rams, I mean, Matthew Stafford was amazing. 389 yards passing, 3 touchdowns. Kyrie Williams was unfortunately shut down, but that didn't matter. I mean, he on the ground, he did catch 2 receiving touchdowns on the pat from the pass. And then Puka Nacua also had a touchdown. Devontae Adams actually really saw 88 yards receiving, 5 receptions. And defensively, they got after Mac Jones only once, which is kind of shocking. Moving on to the next game, we got the Vikings and the Browns. And honest to God, I watched like what the first half of this game, and I was really impressed with the Browns as they put up the fight. But the Vikings won this game. Carson Wentz had a solid game, 234 yards passing, a touchdown. Cam Akers also had a touchdown. Jordan Mason had a rushing touchdown. Justin Jefferson had a really good game. Jordan Addison, who I remind you, benched in fantasy, who I got rid in fantasy. He had a really good game. Josh Oliver, I think he scored the game winner, if I'm not mistaken. And defensively, they got after Dylan Gabriel twice, which is kind of crazy. As for the Browns, I mean, Dylan Gabriel had a very solid game. He had 190 yards passing, 2 touchdowns. Quinshon Jenkins had himself a day with 23 yards, 23 carries, and 110 yards. David Njoku had a touchdown. Harold Fan Jr. had a touchdown. And defensively, they got after Carson Wentz 3 times. Peeking at the first Sunday morning game, I'm gonna call it, of the year, we got the Cowboys and the Jets. And honest to God, I'm really starting to question if the Cowboys are ready to become contenders. I mean, yes, their schedule has been kind of cake these last few games, but Dak is playing really well, 237 yards passing, 4 touchdowns. Javonte Williams, 135 yards rushing and a touchdown. Um, Ryan Flournoy had 114 yards receiving, but George Pickens had a touchdown. Jake Ferguson had a touchdown. Javonte Williams also had a receiving touchdown. And defensively, they got after Justin Fields quite a lot. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6 times. Damn! As for the Jets, I mean, Justin Fields tried to make it close, but it wasn't enough. I mean, 203 yards passing, 2 touchdowns. Brees Hall had a really solid game, 113 yards rushing. My boy Garrett Wilson, 71 yards and a touchdown. Mason Taylor, 67 yards receiving. There's gonna be a point where he gets a touchdown. He's gonna get a touchdown at some point. And Andrew Beck had a touchdown. And defensively, they got after Dak only once, which is kind of crazy. Moving on to the next morning game, we got the Giants and the Saints. And honest to God, I don't know what happened here. Jackson Dart had 220 yards passing, two touchdowns, and two INTs. Cameron Scaboo had 59 yards rushing. Theo Johnson had two touchdowns, and defensively, they did not get after Spencer Rattler, which is kind of crazy. Peeking at the Saints, Spencer Rattler had a solid game, 225 yards passing and a touchdown. The run game was shut down a little bit by Kendra Miller with 41 yards rushing. Rashid Shaheed had 114 yards receiving and a touchdown. And defensively, despite Kool-Aid McKinstry with two interceptions, defense couldn't do anything. Just kind of crazy. Peeking at the next morning game, we got the Raiders and the Colts, and th this game got ugly real quick. Look at this. Geno Smith, 228 yards passing and two interception. Ashton Genty was solid, 687 yards rushing. You know, Trey Tucker had 62 yards passing, and defensively, their defense was non-existent in this game. As for the Colts, Daniel Jones had himself a really solid game. 212 yards passing, two touchdowns. Jonathan Taylor, despite not getting over 100 yards, he did have 66 yards rushing and three touchdowns. Michael Pittman Jr. had a touchdown on his birthday. Tyler Warren also had a touchdown. And defensively, they got after Geno Smith three times and picked him up twice. One by Mekhi Blackman and Lalia Latu. I'm sorry if I'm butchering his name, Colts fans. But yeah, pretty solid game. Peek at the next morning game, we got the shocker of the morning games, I would say. I don't know if this is a shocker to everybody, but shocker to me, which is the Dolphins and the Panthers. This game, I didn't watch a ton of this game. I didn't watch a ton of morning games, if I'm gonna be honest with you. But Tua had a solid game, 256 yards passing, three touchdowns. Devon Achane was shut down, so I think Panthers defense took away one aspect of the Dolphins' high-powered offense, we're going to call it. Jalen Waddle had a really solid game, 110 yards receiving and a touchdown. Darren Waller had a touchdown. Devon Achane had a touchdown. And they picked off Bryce Young only once by Minka Fitzpatrick and sacked him only twice, which is, wait, no, one, two, three times, which is kind of interesting. As for the Panthers, Bryce Young had a very okay game. 129 yards passing, two touchdowns, one interception. Rico Dowdle had himself a day, 260 yards for carries, 260 yards rushing on 23 carries and a touchdown. Xavier Legette had a touchdown. Mitchell Evans had touchdowns, and defensively, they only got after Tua three times, which is pretty interesting. Peeking at the next morning game, we got the Broncos and the Eagles. And honest to God, I watched probably a little bit of this, a little bit of that game because I didn't watch a ton of this game. Bo Nix, 242 yards passing and a touchdown. J.K. Dobbins had a rushing touchdown. Evan Ingram hadn't touched himself a touchdown. My boy, uh, oh, sorry. It doesn't show on the score sheet, but my boy Troy Franklin got the two-point conversion. You know, Cortland Sutton had 99 yards receiving, and defensively, they were after Jalen Hurts. Three, five and a half, six times. I've been telling you, this Broncos defense is nasty. As for the Eagles, Jalen had a solid game, 280 yards passing, two touchdowns. Saquon Barkley was shut down on the run game. He had 30 yards rushing. Devontae Smith had a really good game, 114 yards passing, receiving. Saquon Barkley did have the lone touchdown along with Dallas Goedert, and defensively, they only got after Bo Nix twice. Peeking at the next morning game, we got the Texans and the Ravens, and all I gotta say is that I am about to hit the panic button on the Ravens. But anyway, peeking at the box score, CJ Stroud once again had a bounce back game, 240 yards passing and four touchdowns. Nick Chubb had a touchdown. Receiving was caught by Xavier Hutchinson for two touchdowns. Nico Collins also had a touchdown. Jalen Noel had a touchdown. And they got after Cooper Rush only once, but they did pick him off three times. Jalen Petrie had two interceptions, and Kamari Lassiter had a interception as well. As for the Ravens, I mean, this was not a fun game if you're a Ravens fan. Cooper Rush, 170 yards passing, three INTs. Derrick Henry was shut down, 33 yards passing and rushing and a touchdown. Hmm. Zay Flowers had 72 yards receiving, and defensively, they only got after CJ Stroud only twice. Kyle Van Noy and Trenton Simpson. Not good. If you get to the next first afternoon game of the slate, we got the Titans and the Cardinals, and honest to God, this game was very weird. I mean, Cam Ward had a solid game, 267 yards passing and an interception. Tony Pollard had was okay, 67 yards rushing and a touchdown. Receiving was led by Calvin Ridley with 131 yards receiving. And defensively, they got after Kyler Murray three times. As for the Cardinals, I mean, Kyler did not play well, 220 yards passing. He did have a rushing touchdown, though. Michael Card had a rushing touchdown. Marvin Harrison Jr. continued to play well, 98 yards receiving. And defensively, they got after Cam Ward only twice by Josh Sweat. And Dorian Taylor Demerson had an interception. Next game we got probably, I think, America's game of the week. I know the Chargers and Commanders were America's game of the week, but this truly was America's game of the week. Bucks and Seahawks. This game was electric. Baker Mayfield had 370 yards passing, two touchdowns. Rashad White had two touchdowns. Emeka Buka is playing really well, 163 yards receiving and a touchdown. Sterling Shepard also had a receiving touchdown. I mean, this game was crazy. And then Levante David had an interception. And defensively, they did not get after Sam Darnold, which is kind of crazy. As for the Seahawks, I mean, Sam Darnold really had himself a day. Four touchdowns and an INT. Zach Charbonnet had a rushing touchdown. Jackson Smith-Njigba had a touchdown. AJ Barr had two touchdowns. Torrey Horton had a touchdown. And defensively, they only got after Baker Mayfield only once. Peeking at the next game, we got the Lions and the Bengals. I know this score looks kind of ugly, but this game was not even close. I mean, Jared Goff had three touchdowns, 250 yards passing, and three touchdowns. David Montgomery also had a passing touchdown. David Montgomery also had a rushing touchdown. Sam Laporta had a touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs had a touchdown. Isaac Tesla finally got in the end zone. Oh, wait, no, he already did. But yeah, he got another touchdown. Brock Wright had a touchdown. And they got after Jake Browning twice. And they also picked him off three times. Alex Anzalone, Kirby Joseph, and Amik Robertson. As for the Bengals, I mean, Jake Browning had an okay game, had a really bad game. Three touchdowns, three interceptions, 251 yards passing. Jamar Chase had two touchdowns. T. Higgins has a touchdown. And defensively, they got after Jared Goff only four times, two by Trey Hendrickson. As for the next game, we got the Chargers and the Commanders and the Chargers and a tale of two halves, if you ask me. I mean, look at this. Jane Daniels, 226 yard, 31 yards passing and a touchdown. Corey Krosky Merritt, if I'm saying that name correctly, 111 yards rushing and two touchdowns. Debo had a receiving touchdown, and they got after Justin Herbert two, four, five times. And Mike Centrilli had an interception. That's about it. As for the Chargers, I mean, Justin Herbert did not play well. 116 yards passing and a touchdown interception. He also led them in rushing with 60 yards. Lad McConkey had a touchdown. And defensively, I mean, defensively, they only got after Jane Daniels only once. And finally, I think yeah, finally we got Sunday Night Football. We got the Patriots and the Bills, and this game was actually really fun to watch. Like not gonna lie, I took a nap that day because I woke up really early. But this game was electric. I mean, Drake May had 273 yards passing, no touchdowns, no INTs. Ramondre Stevenson had two touchdowns. Stephon Diggs in his first game back in Buffalo had himself a day. That Marcus Jones had an interception, and they got after Josh Allen only once. As for the Bills, I mean, Josh had a great game, 253 yards passing, two touchdowns and an interception. Run game was shut down a bit, which is kind of crazy to say. Kincaid had 108 yards receiving. Curtis Samuel had a touchdown. Keon Coleman had a touchdown. And they got after Drake May three, four times, which is kind of wild. And finally, we got the nightcap, the Chiefs and the Jags. This game was nuts. Probably watched majority of this game right here, but this game was crazy. And look at this. Mahomes, 318 yards passing and a touchdown interception. He also had a rushing touchdown. Kareem Hunt had two other rushing touchdowns. Travis Kelce had a receiving touchdown, and defensively, I mean, they got after Trevor Lawrence only three times and picked him off once by Trent McDuffie. As for the Jags, I mean, Trevor Lawrence had a very okay game, 220 yards passing, a touchdown interception. He also had two rushing touchdowns. Parker Washington had a touchdown. Devin Lloyd had the lone interception and a pick six. And that is me recapping week five of the NFL season. So now we're going to briefly talk about the Bengals trading for Joe Flacco. Honestly, I wasn't surprised that the Bengals were going to go get a quarterback. I just wonder which one they were going to get out of I think it was like Russell Wilson, Kirk Cousins, um, what's his face? Jameis Winston, and Joe Flacco. Um, Maybe it's just me, but now I think with the Bengals getting Joe Flacco, like getting a guy. I think now this is a wake-up call for the Packers because I can speak on behalf of my Packers brothers and sisters. We are not losing to frickin' Joe Flacco twice in 1 year. But yeah, what are you guys' thoughts on it? Let me know in the comments section below. Do you think the Bengals got better or not? We shall see. But that is it. But that is my biggest takeaway. We're now going to talk a little bit about the Patriots because they had a statement win. I even texted the co-host of Empty Nest podcast, Dan Powers, who's a massive Patriots fan. I texted him afterwards. I asked him like, "What are your thoughts of the game?" And he loved it. But the big question that everyone's asking is, can this Patriots team make it to the play, win this division? Because I think that's what I've been hearing as of late. I don't think they can win the division just yet. I think they're way too young right now. However, as I look at the AFC right now, I do think they can make the playoffs this year. Like, I think if I look at my AFC playoff prediction, I had who did I have? I had the, was it? I had the Bills, the Steelers, the Ravens, and the Bengals, and the Chargers, the Broncos, and the Chiefs. So with the Bengals and the Ravens kind of not looking too good, I think they can make it, but I think they could play. I think the Patriots are destined to play some spoiler ball towards the end of this season. I think they can. They have a quarterback and they have a coach that's going to push you to the brink. I think they're going to play some spoiler. So, what are you guys' thoughts? Can the Patriots make the playoffs after this big performance from their team? Let me know in the comments section below. All right, so now we're going to move on to our week five week 6 NFL picks. I know, man. It's crazy how time flies, man. So we're gonna go through our week 6 picks for this week. Last week, I went 6-8, totaling my record to 26, 33, 43, 49, and 49 and 6, 15, 24, 34, 49, 34, and 1, which is not that good, you know. Oh, all right, let me pull up my where is oh yeah, here it is. Okay. All right, so let's see. Let's go through our picks for this week. First game up is the Eagles at the Giants. I am going to take the Eagles to win this game. I do think the Giants are going to put up a fight just because, like, I know last week was kind of a weird, was like kind of a bleh week if you're a Giants fan, but I do expect the Giants to keep it close because it's one, a division rival, and two, I think this Giants defense is going to after Jalen Hurts. But give me the team that has more offensive firepower than the Eagles. Eagles win 27-17. Next game up, we got the Broncos and the Jets. I am going to take the Broncos to win this game 32 31-20. Look, I think this Jets offense is good, but like this Jets defense is not looking good as well. However, for the Broncos, I think they're going to build off that win against the Eagles and pour it on to the Jets. Give me the Broncos to win 31-20. Next game up, we got the Seahawks and the Jaguars. Man, this is a good game right here. This is a good Sunday game. I'm gonna take the Jaguars. As crazy as that sounds, I'm gonna take the Jaguars to win this game. Look, I think Seattle is going to like make life hell for Trevor Lawrence. So I think they have to run the ball. But with that said, I'm gonna take the Jags to win this game 27-24. Next game up, we got the Browns at the Steelers. I'm going to take the Steelers to win this game 24-19. I expect the Browns to keep it close because, like I said, with the Eagles and the Giants, this is a division rival. And if there's anything you know about division rivalry games, you're gonna go to war. All right. I expect a massive performance out of Aaron. I do expect him to run the ball a little bit more, you know, and I expect TJ Watt and Myles Garrett to combine for at least 3 sacks in this game. Next up, we got the Ravens hosting the Rams. I'm gonna take the Rams to win this game 28-20. Look, I think the only way the Ravens win this game is if Derrick Henry goes metahuman mode. All right. And I just think he's gonna go metahuman mode, but it's not gonna be enough because I trust Matthew Stafford more than I do trust Cooper Rush. Give me the Ravens. Give me the Rams to win this game 31 34-20. 34-20. Next up, we got the 49ers at the Bucks. This is a very good game. I gotta say, this is a very good game. I'm gonna take the Bucks to win this game. I know that sounds kind of crazy, but look, I think this Bucks team is really good this year. I do expect the 49ers to keep it close because, the 49ers have been proving every person more wrong this year. But as I'm recording this video right now, there's no indication of Brock Purdy coming back. Maybe he does come back by the time I end this video, but I'm gonna take Baker Mayfield over Mac Jones. Give me the Bucks to win and probably the highest scoring game of the week, 34-31. Again, our next team with the Chargers and the Dolphins. Man, this is tough as hell. I'm gonna take the Chargers to win this game. I think the Chargers, they're pissed off with how they played this year. Last 2 games. I think Justin Herbert is gonna have a really good game. I do expect this Dolphins offense to keep it close, but I trust this Chargers defense more than do I trust the Dolphins defense. Give me the Chargers to win 31. 20. Next game up, we got the Cardinals and the Colts. This is a very good game, but I'm going to take the Colts to win this game 24-23. Look, I think the Cardinals are a frisky team that no one wants to face against, but I would take the team that has the better offensive firepower and a slightly better defense in the Colts. Give me the Colts to win 24-23. Next game up, we got the Cowboys at the Panthers. Yeah, this is my upset pick of the week. I'm going to take the Panthers to win this game 31-28. Look, I think Rico Dotto is coming for bloodshed on the Dallas Cowboys after they let him walk for practically nothing. All right. Now, I do expect this Cowboys offense to be a fact to be good, but the game that I saw Rico Dowd, that looked like prime Marshawn Lynch out there, which is kind of nuts. Next up, we got the Patriots at the Saints. I am going to take the Patriots to win this game 24-20. The Saints are going to hang around. They're going to hang around and be annoying. But I think Drake May is going to continue that dark horse MVP candidate campaign and lead the Patriots to victory. Give me the Pats to win this game 26-19. Next up, we got the Titans at the Raiders. Jesus Christ. Do I have to pick a winner? You've got to be kidding me. I guess I take the Raiders, I guess, but I don't feel too. Actually, no, I'm screwed. I'm gonna take the Titans. I'm gonna take the Titans to win this game. I think the Titans have a much better, I guess, offense than the Raiders, but I don't feel too confident saying that, but yeah, give me the Titans to win 20-17. Next up, we got the Bengals and the Packers. Yeah, you guys know where I'm going with this. Give me the Packers to win this game. We're mad. We're pissed off. All right. I expect a monster performance out of Jordan Love. Rashawn Gary, Micah Parsons are going to have themselves a day in this game. I do expect the Bengals offense to click, but, as they say, defense wins championships. Give me the Packers to win this game 34-20. Next game up, we got the Lions and the Chiefs. Man, I'm going to take the Lions to win this game. Look, I think the Lions offense is going to explode against that Chiefs defense. I do expect the Chiefs to keep it close. All right, but give me the Lions to win this game 35-30. Next game up, we got the Bills and the Falcons. Give me the Bills to win 27-23. I think the only way Atlanta wins this game is if Bijan Robinson goes Super Saiyan mode. All right. And I think he is going to go Super Saiyan mode, but it's not going to be enough because I trust Josh Allen more than I trust Michael Penix Jr. Give me the Bills to win 27-23. And finally, the nightcap, Bears and the Commanders. I am going to take the Commanders. I think they are much better than the Bears. I do expect the Bears to keep it close, but I trust Jane Jones. Do I more than I trust Caleb Williams? Give me the Commanders to win this game 26-23. And that is my week 6 NFL predictions. So what are your guys' thoughts on this week's predictions? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, please give a like, subscribe, turn on that post notification bell. Again, tomorrow will be my full-on reaction to the Three Idiots Month of Mayhem video from this past weekend. There's gonna be a lot of laughs in this one, so bear with me. But with that being said, I have a fantastic rest of your day. Stay safe, stay warm, and I'll see you guys next time. I'm out. Peace.